Okay, today I'll talk about React Native. React Native is a framework that we can use to build mobile applications using the programming language JavaScript. So if you're familiar with web development with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, this is perfect for you because it's very similar. And especially if you already know how to program using the library React for the front end, React Native just takes a step ahead and makes React available on the mobile app development. So if you already know React or some familiarity with that, it will be very straightforward to you. Here's the website if you're interested, reactnative.dev. To get started, we need a terminal open and make sure you have Node.js installed and have any text editor of your choice. I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. Make sure you have a smartphone in hand because we will be sending the development application to the smartphone. On the smartphone, you have to download an app called Expo. And then basically you scan a QR code and that QR code loads the application in your phone. Okay, so let's open a terminal here. So in the terminal, we're gonna start off saying npx space create-expo-app space, and then give it any name you want for this project. I'm gonna call it using dash react dash native. Press enter. It will generate a project for us with everything already set up, and it's done via something called Expo. Expo has a set of tools that makes it very easy for us to develop mobile applications with React Native. Okay, so if you do a listing of the directories, I'm going to use ls because I'm on Mac now, but if you're on Linux, it's the same thing. And on Windows, it's dir. So we have a directory called using dash react dash native. I'm going to cd to that. CD should be across any platform. It's just change directory command. Now I'm inside the folder or directory using React Native. What I'm gonna do is say npm space start. But before that, I wanna actually open this folder in Visual Studio Code, which is my editor. So make sure you open that. Let's backtrack. I'm gonna say code space dot minicurl directory. So I open my Visual Studio Code, which is the IDE that I use. Now I can do npm space start. What we're interested here right now is this QR code. Oops, this might happen to you, too many open files. So if that happens, maybe let's see if we can try again. I'm just gonna type a command here to see if my problem will go away. So in that terminal window, if you scroll up, you'll see a QR code. That's what we're going to use to load the app in your phone. But for now, let's go to Visual Studio Code here to see what the source code looks like. Okay, so the most important part right now, ignore everything except app.js. This is what we're going to change. And this is basically a React component, this function app here. So you have to know a little bit of React for this class, but so app is a function. In this context, it's a React component. So we always return a template or what we see as the view. And these look like HTML tags, except it's just actually called JSX, which is syntactic sugar for JavaScript. It's in React, it calls React create element function, but it's better for us to visualize like declarative way, like HTML. So what we got here is in HTML we call element, but in the React world we call component. So we have a view component here, and we have a text component here, status bar, and so on. Now the attributes, as they are known in HTML, in the React world they are called props. So style here in HTML being attribute is called a prop in React world. So the prop style is used to give some styling to this component. And the style is coming from this object right here. That's defined in line 13 with a called style sheet.create that passes an object like that. But actually, this call is not really necessary to do. As we'll see later, we can just pass an object right away there. Okay, so let's see. What I wanted to do is, my thing is still running here on the terminal, but you can do it yourselves. So in the terminal, you have npm start command running. You should see the QR code if you scroll up. So you're going to take your smartphone and you're going to open the camera application. For example, iOS is the camera. And you're going to point it towards the QR code until you see a label that you can click so it goes to the Expo app. Let me see if I can share with you. I hope you can see my phone here. So I'm sharing my phone camera app. So in the terminal here, I'm going to scroll. See that? Open an Expo Go. I click that, okay? And then it should open Expo application. You should already have that installed. If you don't, you have to download for the store. So it's going to load the application there. And there you go. This is what it looks like. So the code that we saw, let me stop and share the Visual Studio Code. Here, you see the text is this. Open up app.js to start working on your app. I want you to try to change this text and see it and save the file and see it change immediately on your phone. So say hello world, for example, and I'm going to say Commands S to save in my case. If you're on Windows, it's Control S, or you can click the menu, File Save. You're going to see in your phone the message changed to hello world here. Now, if you need for some reason see some reload this application, you can always take your phone and shake it, and a menu should appear, and you can click reload here. See that? Reload, and it will reload the application should you have any problems. And you can shake it again to open that menu. And there are other options like show element inspector, OpenJS debugger, very useful, and other things. So whenever you need this menu, shake your phone.